the label was telling me, that was like, my nigga, you want to release it on your birthday, right? And I'm like, yeah, I want to release it on my birthday. This is what I want to do. And I always been the type of person, like, you ain't going to tell me what I'm about to do. If this is what I wanted to come out, this is what I wanted to come out. This is what I got to do it for me to be, but they just was looking out for me. They're like, well, if you release it on this day, you're going to lose 4 days of streaming. I didn't release it on Friday. I released it, like, on Wednesday or something. So, like, I had lost a lot of days of streaming. So, how it works is, if I release it on a Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I only have 4 days of streaming. 3 or 4, it was one of them. I gotta look at the dates, but I didn't have much time for streaming. And even if I had the full week, I still feel like it probably would have sold like 15K, which still would have been not good. You know what I mean?
On the lower end for an artist of your
yeah. But at the same time, it's understandable. Now I look back on it, it's extremely understandable. During the time period, I felt bad because I was like, okay, they're gonna get it. But certain things aren't meant for them to get until later on. And it's catching on now. You know what I'm saying? We're moving in a time period where people want to hear a lot of conscious things. A lot of people want to hear enlightened type things. And I just feel like I was like one of the first to do it. And when they look back on it, people be like, I didn't understand when he dropped it, but now I understand it. And now I feel like this is one of his best works as well.
Yeah, no, I thought it was mature. I thought you could tell the difference between the first album and this one. And when you look at this one, every song is over 1 million streams. And then, Blue Line is at like 26 million, Picture Me Great is at 30, Bryson is at 14, 100 Grapes at 4.5, so forth. You did the whole Tupac thing on Picture Me Great. I mean, you sampled one of the songs, and then you recreated Hit 'Em Up.
I was in my past, like,
the whole spitting, you wearing the red hockey jersey, and me, I'm a huge Tupac fan. I mean, I like to quote myself actually, saw the Tupac first. I even the guy that was in the car. So, it was easy for the Outlaws and Real Good Friends. So watching that, I was like, okay, like,
I tell everybody who's in my past, like,
you go to your Tupac in the past life.
Past life, man. I'm uncomfortable in elevators. I feel like whatever you really scared of, or not to a sense of scared, or like scared or a sense to where you don't want to go out, that's how you went out before your life, before the life you went. I don't want to be killed in a shooting. I don't want to die by a gun. Every time I get in an elevator, I get this crazy type paranoia. It's really weird. I'm misunderstood, stand out. A lot of people don't understand me, they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I speak about controversial things all the time in my own way. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of similarities line up. Also, I know in my life before that, I died in a plane crash. It's crazy. A lot of people might think I'm crazy, but like, bro, I know my whole life. I know myself, man. And I always get this insane, uncomfortable type feeling on planes. Like I love flying, but I fly a lot to where like I'm like, I get uncomfortable on planes, and I never understood until I watched somebody that did like a reading. This girl did a reading on my past lives. Mm-hmm.
I've had those.
Recycle soul.
Yeah. I went to New Orleans and I met with what do you call the woman who not a witch doctor, but in New Orleans it's called something.
Voodoo Village?
Yeah, well, it was the voodoo goddess of New Orleans. And she told me about my past lives.
Yeah, she'll tell you.
And listen, at the end of the day, who's to say she's not right?
I'm gonna tell you what makes you reincarnate to come back. You got a job and a purpose, and once you don't fulfill it, you gotta come back here. I just feel like, honestly, I feel like Earth is hell, so there's no such thing as a hell state or whatnot. I do believe it's a heaven state, but I feel like this is hell. But it's like the trial and the tribulation here to see, do you get to that next step in the afterlife and all. I feel like I'm just a recycled soul that came up short sometimes with trying to help and heal, because I felt I probably got a little weak to do it. But I know for a fact this life I'm gonna fulfill the purpose that I gotta come here and do.
Actually, it's the Voodoo Queen.
Yeah, okay, that's her name.
She's actually a white lady.
For real?
Who was trained in Haiti.
For real?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, but listen, man, at the end of the day, yeah, good on New Orleans. 2021. You got arrested for burglary, drug, and weapon charges.
Yep.
Is that the baby mama thing or is it something
That was
different?
another charge.
Okay. Can you talk about that?
That case open, so
Okay, so let's just start talking about it.
yeah.
If it's open, we're not going to talk about it. But you put out a first day out freestyle.
Yeah.
On the Spot of God beatbox.
That shit went crazy.
Yep.
Everything was done.
So you actually licensed the song? It's actually on Spotify, right? You actually had a license.
Yeah, they made it to like a remix. I still think it on my show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them that they did that. I guess they seen how crazy it was going dumb, man. You know, they was like, yo, let's put it on all platforms in this session. I'm gonna put your verse at the beginning and spot him. He did like 6 of them. Then he did one with the baby, Polo G and all this stuff. And they had a good little run with that. It was actually smart, real smart market. Cuties was on one. They had like 5 tracks.
Like the free push
Yeah, from the same city.
Yeah.
We made the song before we even ended the world even knew who we was in that song. So we would play games, video games, GTA. We had a game all night.
Yeah, like he's a dope artist. I hope he gets out early. Well, but then in May of 2021, I guess you and your crew got into some guys at the beach.
Yeah.
Santa Monica, actually, out here.
Just Santa Monica.
Anything happened with that, or
Nah. Nothing happened.
just a regular fight?
It's a regular fight. But I got clowned for getting hit. You know what I'm saying?
You got it?
Yeah, I got hit in my face a little bit. I feel like you're supposed to get hit in the fight sometimes. But it was clown that I got punched.
Okay, well, what's the fight over?
Man, I was simply walking being a human being, and he asked for a picture. I ain't even heard him ask me for a picture, and he was riding off on his scooter. He said, why you acting scared? Why you being a bitch or something? And he pulled off. And then my nigga to my left was like, you heard him? I said, what you say? And he told me. And so I get to walking and I get to running towards him. I'm like, hey yo! I'm like, what's that shit you said? And he come back and we meet up face to face and I'm just asking, I'm like, what's up? I'm just asking what he was saying, like, you know what I'm saying? The dream at the end of the day, but you can't be saying stuff like this. That's kind of the first thing was like, this weird. I didn't even hear you ask for a picture. After that thing was escalated. I ran up on him and threw a punch, and he whipped his ass, and everything.
I mean, we're all human at the end of the day, but you and I are financial partners. You see what I'm saying? Like, everyone in this room will all equal, but if a fight happens, you and I are going to get sued. Not everyone else gets sued. Because we're the ones that can actually, like, we got the bag. And we become targets, and then we can't act like a regular human. Because the blame will always be put on us. Did you start to realize that around that time?
I never been sued, but I've had plenty of situations.
Not yet. Not yet.
No,
I'm trying
to work on
a bunch of
myself.
us. Right? Let me tell you, people do me for the dumbest shit. Like, you know, it just comes to therapy.
I'm getting sued for something currently because I jumped in the crowd at my show.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See how he just gets that? Just dumb shit.
But I never for an altercation, because I feel like I don't ever just fight somebody that go through the police. But in the future, I'm trying to learn how to deal and cope with getting mad and blacking out, because I got extremely bad temper since being young, and I don't, when I get to that point, it's just dead for me, and I just black out. Like, I really don't see now, I just see black, and I just shake back from it, and they be like, man, you fucked them up, but you did this, and I don't realize, because I get there, and it's like an adrenaline rush or a high, and it's just something just take over, and I just...
Hopefully, you can figure this out about yourself before you take a big financial loss. Because at the end of the day, you know, look at the Mike Tyson situation. You know, this dude was harassing him on that one, bothering him, the fuck out of him. And I've interviewed Tyson. I got texted, got upset with me at one point during the interview, and I'm like, I'm legitimately scared right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my security ain't gonna make it to the string fast enough. Like, we're in the boxing ring doing an interview. Here you are, this multi-millionaire, and you know, it seems like you've always been attracted to the guys that are on the streets to a certain degree. You think that's a fair statement?
Yeah, practically.
Well, that's not the thing. I mean, you like having them around. You're friends with them.
You didn't like having me around? You think I'm friends? What do you think? You didn't like having me around?
You just spoke nicely about girls, so I just...
Yeah. No, but I don't know who these guys are. There's no way they were on the street. Whatever I am. There's no those guys, I don't know the guys that I'm whoever I am. And nobody. I'm here for the guys that live in the same building with me. They give my mother salt for sugar, they give her milk. They're the same guy.
Tyson is scared of God. And this dude still harassed the fuck out of him to the point where Tyson had to whoop his ass. And now you're not suing him over some shit that he started. So this is all I'm saying, as someone who's successful and young and has a temper, I hope you psychologically figure it out, because spending all the time and effort to make this money only to have to give it to someone else, so it's a terrible situation.
And I feel like I work on a lot within myself. This like one of them things that I always stuck. I don't know where it comes from. It just be acting in that something. But it's something I gotta control, you know what I'm saying? I already had somebody sue me for shit behind the gun before, so like there was a huge like what I was sue me for. So they didn't sue me, they was trying to sue me, and I was like, look man, I just show you some bread.
Well, that's what happens 90% of the time. You settle. You just make it go away. But it still hurts.
Yeah, it still hurts. It shows a lot.
Yeah, exactly. 2022. NBA Youngboy drops a whole lot of this. Academics to the post said NBA Youngboy dropped an unbeaten challenge. Lil Reese said he was on Twitter and said that he's unbeaten challenge like the rest of the rappers all have. And you responded and said, I stand that. So people are taking that as a shot at someone.
I mean, it wasn't even a shot at him. In a sense, it was just a simple thing of like, I fuck with going, you know what I mean? It was like my brother. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a music relationship. We got songs that's out. You know what I'm saying? I got songs still I haven't released yet. It was always a brotherhood with.
With any crust and any toppings for just $9.99 online, you can order your dream pizza at Domino's.
Out of everybody in the industry, him and Polo was like the two most genuine ones I felt too. I used to stay at his house when he was on house arrest. A lot of things like, you know what I mean? Just always fuck with going. I always fuck with his nephew, whenever he's his kids or whatever, like first time or whatever. Like, I just feel like it's hard. I just hate when people don't be here with their name. I was telling academics the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That was about it. It wasn't even just this form, but like, it's just like, just take some real name.
Yeah, the whole situation was messed up. I mean, to be honest.
And let me say, like,
I got that on myself. Getting a new schedule, which never happened, unfortunately.
the dude kind of grew up. You know what I'm saying? With internet control, and like, he just that was 24/7. He could get on it and dance on, but who he is as a person 24/7, mellow and well, dude was genuine. One of the most genuine. He got everything that, you know what I mean? Makes you straight, you know what I mean? Great situation, so like, you know?
Well, how did you feel? You know, because you and Juan Rolando got into it previously, and then this situation happened. It's all okay. So, you know what happened in that. When you saw that, look, I mean, people get in a fight, people throw bottles, whatever, shit happens. People walk away, shit, go on with their lives, but when someone dies, you can't apologize for that, you can't bring that back. So when you saw how these things have escalated, you being close to Ron and seeing that whole situation unfold on the internet, how bad is the issue?
It was hard, man. I remember I was cooking, you know what I mean? I was cooking breakfast, I was making breakfast for me. My brother just walked in. He know this? And he's like, you know King Von died? I said, what, man? He said, you know he died? He died last night, he got shot. Something like that, he said, literally killed him, I looked at my phone, and I see this shit. And I used to wake up and not touch my phone for like 2 hours or 3 hours just to keep some type of peace and start my day right. So when I looked at it, it just crazy. And I remember, boy, I dropped down to the floor, I started crying. And my pops and my brother, they looking at me like my pop looking at my brother, he was like, shit, I told him or whatever. Like, I found out anyway, and they was trying to comfort a nigga. I burnt the vegan sausages I was cooking, like, it was crazy. And yeah, it hit hard, man. It hit hard. But I was fucked up for a good week about that. Oh, God.
I was sorry. No, it's all right. I never got to be. I was a better dude. And I felt like this was like the next young gangster rapper.
For sure.
That was like, just hard. You know, like he was like on his way to be that dude, and he just got cut short so quickly. Oh, but honestly, man, and I remember when I talked to, Track about it, the manager who got shot in the process, I was saying how similar the situation was to the Tupac murder in a certain way. You know what I mean? Here is two dudes that are kind of beef in the same vicinity. One of them decides to get physical with the other, and the retaliation is the shooting.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like, it's the same scenario. And Vaughn is like the same type of artist, same type of guy. Like, it just a big guy who must have had a plan. And the plan got to be probably bigger than we all know. It's crazy how that scenario comes through. And he's really probably been really because content, storytelling, creative wise.
And I say every time, I say it all the time, like, you can't even really blame those on those sides for doing what they do because I know what they're going to find me and I'm going to do the same thing.
My security has nothing to say what. I'm getting jumped, and be like, I expect him to protect me,
Nobody put the jump, bro.
What is it on a life of the jump?
You know what I mean?
It wasn't just
But like still, like I expect the same. Like if somebody walk up on me, I get hit, and I stumble up, and I can't kill myself, and I'm getting my ass whooped. Bro better do something, blow him down, jump in, or whatever. So you don't expect for your people to ride in the field. I feel like that's not where it went wrong. I feel like that's not where it wrong. And I feel like anybody that wants to retaliate out this situation knows at the end of the day, dude that was with on those shit, doing what he was supposed to do, protecting another brother. But you know what I'm saying, at the same time, it's just some things you do that you ain't gonna come back from and just to come there and do what you
the whole thing was tragic because when Vaughn, Slutty got killed as well, he ran him, and then a couple other people got shot. Like two people got shot. It was, man, Vaughn had kids on the way. Like it's just sad on top of sad. It's kind of sad. Did the young boy take shots at you on No Like I Know?
Yeah.
You heard that was good.
It was funny. I feel like, it's not serious when they hit the net. It's funny. It's just entertaining to me.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Good song. Nice bars.
Around that same time, you got into a store at the airport?
Yeah. Rental car place.
What airport was it?
Atlanta. It was in
Atlanta airport.
Yeah.
Are you seeing sort of a pattern at this point? Of just fighting people in public?
Yeah. It's just something I got. It just comes to me, man. I don't know. I look for it one time. The time I did it for at the beach. Other times I was just protecting myself. Boy, he really came to me and jumped at me. That's really why I swung. I wasn't even gonna swing on him. I was gonna keep walking, try to go on by my deck because my family was always at the other end.
Did you have security with you?
Nah, that was laying at a little later. I was really low on my focus down there. So like we were gonna keep the plane, now we're in the first.
Yeah. That's how it happens.
But niggas, I don't know, they get guilt with it, you know what I mean? Like, he was talking like, a little bit of knowledge kind of slowed out of the fact. He trying to be punching out there, but I didn't
Maybe that's right.
yeah, I didn't fall out the punch, you know? But I feel like he got what he deserved, and I just kept pushing, but I found myself like, kind of like, bro, I keep becoming a slave to a person's words. Like, I'm slave to him, you know what I mean? Keep doing like that, yeah, so like, we gotta move this, man.
So the one time I've had someone approach me on the bullshit with that, actually, that was
It's weird, it's like,
I get it because I was with my baby, and I think she was staring at her. And every time he walk up, and like, you guys kind of jealous. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, what? This means it's like top of some shit like wait, and she was like, well, nothing changed.
it's good,
Exactly. So you got the third mixtape, you versus me. A lot of feelings about this one.
That's cool.
OG again, G Herbo, Money Back Yo, and Young Thug. When you heard about the remix,
Unfortunately, not good. Because I'm not gonna let people know what they don't. A lot of people don't understand. You know, you in this industry, bro. You can wake up. Like I said, if I wanted a bitch to come here and fuck everybody's dick, she'll do it right now. If I wanted to go make some money, I can do it. If I want to go eat what I want to eat, I can go eat it. But when all of that is just taken away in fucking morning time, unexpected, and not even the 2x4, that shit different. That shit gonna hit, man. And that's what I realize every time I say it, I'm more grateful for what I had, because you free. You can do anything. You can wake up and say, I want to go to Portugal somewhere or something. You can do it. You can do it. You got the money to do it. You got the passport to do it. You can do it. But you can't say, I want to go outside these jails. Like, and that's what it is.
Okay, no, I mean, the first time I got locked up, the first thing I thought was that hip-hop has been lying to me all these years. There's nothing fly about being in this cage right now. Like, yo, like, I grew up watching NWA videos, and they're rapping out of jail cells, and it's all cool, and, you know, people brag about how much jail time they got. And when you're actually in a cell, especially in a precinct with a bathroom, you gotta ask the damn cop, can you piss? You just feel like a fucking animal at that point. His case is very unfortunate, man.
You know, vegan, I remember last time I got locked up, I'm like, yo, I need some vegan food.
Like, nope, just do the bologna sandwich.
Me, girl, we a hot dog, that bitch was 3 different colors, brown, red, and pink. With some beans and shit. I'm like, man, it's some bullshit.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like, you know, nobody wanna live like that, man. And I feel for him and his whole, you know what I'm saying? So everybody with him that's a part of it, you know what I mean? But I just feel for him. It's unfortunate.
I mean, does it make you feel like when you write lyrics now, do you feel like, you know, let me think over what I write down and put out? Because I read an 88-page indictment. Like Young Thug's lyrics and other YSL members' lyrics are all over that fucking indictment. All over. You know, like, some of the shit is probably gonna get thrown out. Some of the shit might not get thrown out. You know, Boosie, when he was doing his murder case, his murder trial, for a day and a half they played his lyrics to the jury. He had been saying this.
They took every lyric I had, with my co-defendant name and played it. Every lyric I talk about killing in, they played it. Every murder lyric, really, they played it. And it was so crazy because they was trying to explain the lyrics, and some of their lyrics, it was wrong. They didn't even know what I was saying, but they was trying to say stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they gonna use it against you in court, you know. Anything you do on social media, they gonna use it against you in court. That's their tool. That's their tool to work with.
You know, people talk about, oh, you know, blast the fans, you know, don't do interviews, but they'll take your music
all the time.
They'll take your fucking music. You don't have to ever do an interview in life.
And on top of that, what you saying that when I write music, it's never to the point where I'm like cautious on certain things I say, because I know if I speak on a shooting or something, it's already been settled between the families and me. Or if I speak on this incident, I know it's been settled between me and the court of law. And this just straight facts off of my life. I done did stuff behind the gun, motherfucker. I had to come to an agreement, throw motherfucker some bread, just so a motherfucker don't do this. And I've already signed something to the point to where it's like, you can't come back and arrest me for it. So I can speak on it or whatever. I'm not gonna do it, but like I can say whatever. Or with the court of law, this I can do this. But at the end of the day, me as a now who I am now, I'm not an active member. I'm not active with nothing I do. If I rap about it, it's strictly entertainment. You can't say that I'm out here putting 20 on this nigga and getting him killed. I'm not doing that. For what? For what? I'm trying to get up there with Drake and MJ at Mike Jackson. I'm trying to get on that level, man. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Because a nigga diss me, I wanna go kill him or do it. Man, no, bro. And I feel like that's where shit get fucked up at. Everybody wanna smoke on him, do this, do that. Nigga, it's people dead that I never mentioned. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand that. There's certain things I never speak on. And I just don't understand how it get brought about in music. But at the same time, man, some people don't think how I'm thinking. It's funny. Everybody was laughing and kind of chopped because I somewhat was zen and spiritual. But I got healthy, I eat right. But what I don't tell them is what the shit I was doing before then and how I had task force watching my house. Police watching my fucking house, or police watching the house that I build over there in Florida, or police watching that, or also the niggas around that be snitching on you, that got niggas fighting for their life at the street and all that shit. And so they don't know that side of it, because at the end of the day, I'm not speaking on niggas. My raps and but you can clown it. You can say, you do this, or probably this is what motherfuckers do. You know what I'm saying? I just got balance within my life, and I feel like a lot of people should take heed. I used to have dreams of like the fears coming to get me. I used to have real dreams too, and like I stepped away from all of that energy and all that environment. And I feel like I did it at the right time, because when you look now, it's over 30 rappers locked up right now. Over 30.
Well, what's actually worse than 30 rappers that are locked up are all the rappers that have lost their lives. A lot of which I've interviewed.
Or even shot. It goes from being shot, it goes from being shot and killed, and it goes to being in jail.
Yeah.
It's the cycle, bro. Nobody want to be a part of that, man. And niggas are clown me for being the smart one. They clown Top for being the smart one and not want to be in that category. I don't want to be in that stereotype, bro.
Yeah, no, look, I had 2 interviews with FBG Duck, and in both interviews, I'm trying to convince him to move out of Chicago. And in both interviews, he's arguing with me and saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. And he gets killed in Chicago in the most high-end tourist area of Chicago, Gold Coast. Mo 3. I was telling him that he should probably move out of Dallas. And he's like, oh, don't go chase me down in Dallas. I don't need security. He got chased down and killed in Dallas. It's these, you know, me and Pop Smoke talked a couple days before he got killed about doing an interview. Me and G Money from Baton Rouge had an interview lined up. Like, you know, that never happened. It's the cycle of these young, you know, black men with all this potential getting caught up in some emotional bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's
energy and motion.
Yeah. So a lot of times it's other people's emotions. You know, it's over a girl, it's over the hatred. Yeah. Most times it's over a girl. Yeah, I heard most meeting was over a girl. You know, the jealousy over money, the bragging, the all that, and it's heartbreaking, man. It's sad when I hear this shit.
And I'm gonna tell you why. It's like the cycle don't end, because God give you this blessing to change. What the fuck, man? If I'm in the hood, I'm hitting it, I'm doing drills every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all this and that. And I get the opportunity to change my life and change my family around me. Like, why would I keep holding on to that vendetta just to hold on to a persona? Yeah, I'm killing, I'm this, I'm that. I find it stupid. You get in this position to grow. People get in this position to stay the same. Why is you still doing the thing? People don't understand. You probably not in the car shooting somebody. You probably not in the car robbing somebody, but you still got people doing it off the strength of you. Or you paying somebody to steal the same thing and come back the same way.
Or just the affiliation, like he went to Casanova 2 times, and that shit was horrible. I'd interviewed him, some years before then. He just got caught up because his friends was, untouchable, Gorilla Stone, I think, Nation. And it's like, you see what happens in these RICO cases. He did one little interview with Nick Cannon where he goes, I'm still 8. But I don't do none of that shit, but I'm still 8. Your Honor, he says he's still a gang member. Now he's part of a RICO, and now he's forced to take a plea deal, and now we're waiting, to sentence him. It's fucked up, and it's sad, and you don't do all this shit. Like you're making legit money now. You pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, worst thing that'll happen is you might get audited. That's the worst. You're not gonna go to jail for the money you're making. You're not gonna. People aren't gonna be retaliating against you or whatever else. But yeah, but people want to have that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Boosie said you can't be a gangster and a rapper at the same time. He's tried it and he ended up on death row.
Exactly.
And he was lucky enough to beat it because he had the money to beat it.
You gotta understand balance, man. Rap was always entertainment. Entertainment. That's what it is. Entertainment. You want to use that platform to entertain and go home about your business and handle what's at home. It's 2 sides of life. Motherfuckers think it's entertainment and then they keep it in their real life too. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. You gotta have that balance. But when you know what you're rapping about, you rapping about this, you can rap about. I can rap about anything I want to because I've done it, did, and will do. But I'm not rapping about nothing that I'm still doing at the moment. You know what I mean? It's just not that. It's not even smart, man. I got a daughter, bro. I got a daughter and I'm trying to have a son. You know what I'm saying? I got my mama, got my brother. You know what I'm saying? I got a sister. I got my pops. Bro, I got real responsibilities, bro. I got my grandma, my grandpa. They're supposed to be heartbroken if something happened to me, man. And I feel like people be too selfish and realize that niggas gotta realize that and wake the fuck up. Like, I really got responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And more so than that, we got the whole world looking at it from the process. Yeah. We got little kids, those demons, my fans literally started at 3 years old, bro.
Yeah, man, I got all types of interesting death threats from Memphis fans. Like, we were going at it. I was like, guys, it's not like I was taking it seriously because, at the end of the day, I don't even think about it. But it's like, it's interesting how people will, like, really potentially even throw their freedom out the window. Over.
now that I know what life is, I can't dwell. I never been in a space too long. I cried a day, and the next day I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep pushing, find a way to find something else. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. Find how we can improve it next go around.
The girl should be right now.
I didn't want to see her in person because I knew I was on tour.
That was just a that.
No, man.
You was the whole back to
I was dead with too much. So I'm glad I did what I did. Talk to her for 2 months. It was like celibacy is so important. You know what I'm saying? I got to know who she was as a person instead of knowing who her pussy was before I got to know what her brain was about. So picked the brain 2 months straight. I was like, I really fucked with her. First time I met her, nutted in when she was pregnant.
Oh, and that was the miscarriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but listen. I'm not gonna say that I have been the most responsible human being. Man, over the course of the years, there's been lots of no condom situations. There's been, there's been the pregnancy scares. There's been some plan Bs along the way, and so forth.
Nigga, I thought I had 2 babies on the way at 14.
Oof. Okay.
14.
But want to hear an interesting little side
That's
note?
my virginity, eh?
Okay. Let me tell you a little side note of a story. I interviewed Gary Payton, right? The basketball player. He had 2 sons, 5 months apart, both of them named Gary. His son, Gary Payton II, plays for, the Warriors.
Yeah.
Just won the finals. He has another son named Gary Jr. So he was like with his girl, and he got his other girl pregnant, and then they both had sons. He named them both the same thing.
Yeah. When I was dating my Gary's second mom, when I met in high school, and then when I got the NBA, I had a relationship with another lady. So happened they both had their kids in the same year. So it was like they both wanted to name him Gary. So I said, okay, cool. You can name one Gary Jr., one Gary II. So it was one of them things where it worked out for me. I'm happy for that. I got 2 sons named after me. We can keep my name going on. So that's all I was talking about. Just keep my name going on.
Motherfucker really wild after that. But look, what I was gonna say is like, listen, I have been the most responsible person myself. I get it, right? Shit happens, you get lost in the moment and everything else like that. But you have 1 child already with someone who you are not married to, and you went through a degree of drama of 2 young people, 2 teenagers having a kid when you guys really were not ready for it. Just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all's relationship is, but 2 teenagers having a child usually means that people, neither one is ready for it. You just have time in the moment. Now here you are, 1 child. You're 20 this year. Do you feel like, okay, look, I can't just be nutting in everybody. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like you need to really switch up the way you do things? Because at the end of the day, it's funny to laugh about Nick Cannon's situation and all his kids. He's got 9 kids with 6, 7 different women. They're all born right around the same time. Yeah, it's cool, whatever. But that's a very stressful situation for him, I'm sure. Trying to juggle all these different children, these different baby mothers, the relationships. And you're not going to get to spend the time if you talk about how, because of the drama you went through, you missed the whole year. You know what I'm saying? When you're not really married to someone or in a very serious relationship with someone, you're not going to really get to be the father that you could be to that child.
See, but what a lot of people don't understand though is us males are meant to produce. That's what sex is. Sex is for pleasure. Sex is generally to have a baby, and that's it. That's what God designed it for it to be. You know what I'm saying? Us, gorillas, and dolphins, we the only mammals that have sex. So when I was 14, and I thought I had to go all the way, I was telling both the girls, I'm like, yo, we need to abort. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna, support this baby, and come to find out both of us wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? They was not. Wait, they both had kids with both wasn't mine. It was crazy. I don't know how. One of them looked just like me, and I'm like, yo, that's mine. And it wasn't mine. You know what I mean? But now that I can support, I can raise a village. I know what I want. I know that I want a lot of women to be able to help raise what I got going on. I wanna do things how my ancestors did. They had 10 to 15 kids and like 3 or 4 wives to help them with everything. So like,
that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I
want to have 10 to 15 kids.
I want to have like 10 kids for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, listen, if you're coming in with your eyes open, then all good.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta know what you want out of it. You know what I mean? If you just doing it to doing it, I'm pretty sure Nick got a purpose with every nut he busts, because there's no way he's just slipping up doing it. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I think there's a purpose behind it. We'll probably know later on in the future.
Or maybe it just feels better when you don't chill out. You can create a whole storyline around it, but if someone that has sex thousands of times, I can tell you that it feels better not to fill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But Roddy Ricch did an interview, and he named the best rappers under 25, named himself, NBA Youngboy, and Kodak Black.
Yeah.
And you felt some type of way about it.
Did feel some type of way because of what he said. Felt some type of way because in the comments, everybody was mentioning like, oh, how you ain't put this person in here and such and such. I didn't see too many comments about me though. I mean, the reason why I feel that way is because when you're speaking of the youngest to do it, I'm the youngest to do it. There's nobody at my age currently right now that got the same amount of plaques as me, streams as me. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody. Only person close to it is the kid Laro. And I think he's 19.
What?
I think that's how you say
Leroy, yeah.
Kid Leroy. And still with that, like my numbers. But he don't drop a lot. I feel like if he drop a lot more, he'll be on my ass too as the youngest to do it. But like,
yeah, he's 18.
Yeah,
my man Lil Bibby actually signed him.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, he's super talented. He's from Australia actually, but he's more of a singer. He's not a rapper.
But he, hip hop. We don't want to hip hop. But like, the reason why I still made those claims, you know what I'm saying? I was 16, you just did the whole dialogue. I was 16, I was already, in that year, when I was growing up, I already ended the year with like 5 plaques. Currently sitting on 15 to 16 gold and platinum plaques. Got over 5 billion, going on 6 billion streams worldwide. Not millions, billions, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're the business too.
I just feel like people don't really get them flowers like I'm supposed to. I guess it's a lot more I gotta do, but I know it's not gonna happen. But in my career with the end right now, I've already did more than a lot of rappers that's hot right now. It's just not getting hot. I did what they've done in 2 years, 3 years. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it gotta be some type of respect on that. You know?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that might make you feel a little better about this whole thing. We just have an interview running right now with Shaggy, the reggae artist. And Shaggy is the biggest living reggae artist to have sold Diamond. Right, his song was Diamond. Album, I think, went Diamond and so forth. And he was ready. And then for the next like 15 years, he was going to go right? He was talking to his grandmother about how annoyed he felt when he go to Grammy. Not leaving. When you do your job, do it for the reward, not for the reward.
It was great. I kind of took it for granted because I kind of knew I was just shit on the Hollywood. It just was like, I want a Grammy. Like 5 times after that, I just went there every year and just didn't win. And until 876 and finally won again. And it's always hard when you're at award shows and fuck. We just did that recently with Spice and like big year but I'm there still one of the biggest songs. And Soldier One. Just out of nowhere. So it's like, oh my God. So, it's always tough. But, my grandma always says, you do things for the reward, not the award. Because you can spend the reward. The award just collect dust.
That's deep. Okay.
You're being rewarded for what you do. You're not just sitting here doing music and 100 people listen to it. Mm-hmm. Your streams are crazy. Yeah. And like how you and I talked on the phone before this happened, you were on tour, in a sold-out tour in Europe. Yeah. You were in Turkey, I think, when you and I were talking. At the end of the day, you're being rewarded for everything you do. You're recording music, and I haven't seen really any songs that are really used. You're on tour, you're selling out Turkey, you're selling out places where a lot of Memphis artists just could not sell out. I mean, let's talk like the Cuties Mafia or so forth. It's just like, you're being rewarded for what you do. Now, the awards are kind of funny. Awards is almost like people vote for people they like, they vote for their friends. It's like Live TV doesn't get nominated for nothing. And we're the biggest hip-hop YouTube channel in the world. We outnumber everybody, but when the BET Awards, when the Hip Hop Awards come, we're not even listed. But that's okay, because we're rewarded for what we do. You know what I mean? 70 million people a month tune in, 70 to 80 million people tune in and watch our YouTube channel. It's crazy. We have over 5 million subscribers on our YouTube channel. You actually have more than us. Congrats. In a shorter period of time. Which shows, once again, how you're being rewarded for what you do. But the awards, they may take a long time to come, they may never come, they may come after you die. You know what I mean? Like some of the great artists in the world, like Van Gogh, were broke their whole lives, and suddenly, after they die and become discovered, they're in all the museums, their work sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. You never got to experience that. So you can't really get mad at that. But you're being paid, you're being paid nicely. Your fans fuck with you, but you might not get the plaque. Not the plaques, but the trophy.
100%. Sure.
So
but it's in due time. Just gotta keep going. Can't let you down.
Roddy Ricch don't mention you as the top 3 rappers. That's like an award. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just his opinion. And it's not like he's picking a bunch of other whack rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's picking top notch too.
Yeah.
He's putting himself in that list too. So now you lose a slot because of himself. Right? So I wouldn't let shit like that really affect you in any type of way. You're popping. And you're 19 years old. You're popping as a teenager. What you pulled off is exceptional. And when you and I first talked, that's how I actually started off the conversation with you. It wasn't like, what was up with that shit that you said or whatever. It's like, all right, man, look, we're going to talk it out, and I'm going to give you your props from the jump. And then you did the same thing with me. Yeah. And ultimately, man, that's what it's really about. The awards and shit, they may or may not come. but you can't work around that shit. And speaking of Europe, you just dropped like a random UK,
In the UK.
video. It's called In the UK, which is at like millions of views already.
Yeah, about 6, almost at 6. Like 12 days. It's doing exceptional.
Yeah. So what's next for you?
Man, currently I'm out here. I wrote 40 songs while I was in Europe, so I'm currently trying to record all 40 of those and then mix down the album and try to get a date to release it. I'm currently shooting a video out here. Supposed to be shooting a video like on the 27th, so like, you know what I'm saying? So just keep on, just stand busy, keep working. Beautiful time to be in right now. I feel like this is my most successful year by far. And a lot of things, I sold out a tour in America, sold out a tour in Europe, released the album at the top of the year. It's almost gold. I can't complain. I'm just in this halfway, we halfway through it. I know I'm closing and strong like you saying boat. So,
Do you have a name for that?
I haven't came up with it yet, but I'm gonna know. When it's time, I'm gonna hit. I think I know what I want to name, but I want to keep it.
Yeah, and I think that like what I really realized, because I had heard a couple songs beforehand, but in the process of really preparing for this interview, I started to really plow through all the albums, all the projects, everything else like that. And the thing that I think maybe a lot of people who aren't like serious fans of you don't realize is that you're actually a lyricist. You actually rap. You write. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the impression that you just go in the booth and just mumble some shit and, punch in and punch out and go on to the next song. I feel like you write the choruses, you're rapping, you're double timing shit, you're putting in a lot of words. You're harmonizing, during certain songs. It's not just, a lot of times you see rappers that are hot because they have a style. It's just new and different. Not so much a substance thing, but it's like, oh, it's a new style. It's a new style. But that's not really you. I feel like you're more of a traditional, serious rapper. You're an MC. There you go. And that's what I learned in terms of preparing for this conversation.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Me being an OG hip-hop head, I was born the year hip-hop invented.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 73.
So, was that Curtis Blow, or?
That was before that. 73, that was just the house parties. Cool Herc. You know what I mean? There was no recorded hip-hop back then. I was born. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like when breakdancing became a thing, that's when I really started to embrace it.
Yeah, I said hip-hop really started in Jamaica.
Well, it was based on Jamaican music because Cool Herc is Jamaican.
Yeah.
So he took that dance hall style of lots of speakers.
Yep.
DJs in Jamaica are the MCs, right? The dudes that are talking on the mic are called the DJs. Like Beanie Man considers themselves a DJ, but not an MC. And yeah, Cool Herc, who is Jamaican from Jamaica, took that style and brought it to America. And instead of playing reggae songs, he was playing American songs, playing disco. You know what I mean? Funk. And that turned into hip hop 49 years later, almost 50 years old. That's how you earn your living, that's how I earn my living. Changed a lot of people's lives, man. That's where we're gonna end it. NOE Chapel, man, appreciate you coming in.